Hey everybody, this is Jansen. Today is Friday, November 9th, I believe. Tomorrow is a Veterans Day parade. Real quick, before I get out and go to lunch, I wanted to give a quick motivational talk, and I wanted to explain something to you, because it's something that I let get to me a little bit this week, but I then have to let it go off like water off a duck's back. There is a difference between leadership and management. And I know a lot of people, they're always doing self-help, motivational stuff. They're always trying to figure out where I'm going with things. The thing about it is, this is the difference between a leader and a manager. This is the difference between somebody that gets the job done and somebody that basically talks and means nothing, okay? There's people in life that they like to do as I say, not as I do. Oh, I go to church, but I sin every day. Or I go and I love God every day, but I don't follow a single thing that I'm told because I'm better than God. Okay, now this is not a God preacher thing, but I saw my buddy Terry come on, and I'm trying to explain the difference between a leader, a manager, and a follower. Okay? When you see preachers up there and priests and stuff, and you see that they're doing a good job, and you see that they're leading their flock, so they're talking, they're motivating, somebody that is into sales or into business and management, you can tell the difference between a leader and a manager and a follower by these three traits. A follower does not want to lead. They basically put everything else on everybody else, and they're basically told what to do, and they go and do it, and they do a good job. A manager dictates on what everybody does, but they're not willing to do it themselves. And a leader is the first person out there to go out and do it. An example is the stuff you saw on Facebook, the picture. Imagine the pyramids. Imagine a plow in the field with the ox and the cattle. Imagine a bobsled team, a dog sled team in the Alaska Iditarod, okay? And these are the difference in a leader and a follower. A manager is up there, and you've got all these dogs up there, or you've got all these human beings, and they're pulling these big slabs for the pyramids. And this is like they said on Facebook, but you can also look at it as a bobsled team. You got a manager out there that wants to get ahead, but doesn't want to do it themselves, and they whip the crap out of every single human or every single dog, and they sit there and they demand you to get all this stuff done. And they sit there and tell you what to do, but they're not willing to do it themselves. They're not willing to get their own feet dirty. They're not willing to get their hands dirty. They're not willing to buck bales or get the calluses or go out in the dirt and get things done. They're not willing to do that, but they're willing to tell everybody else how to do it. They're willing to drop names and I know so-and-so and I can do such and such, but they're not willing to do it themselves. And they wait till the last minute to get things done, okay? That's a manager. Not saying they're bad, but they're dictating and they're authorizing, but they're not doing it themselves. A leader, however, this is important. This is what a leader does. A leader gets in front, puts on the harness, and pulls his team across the finish line. A leader is that lead dog. When each dog is paired up, double to double, 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 that lead dog is in front during the Iditarod, pulling his team. Can't do it himself, but he knows if he's out there leading, they're going to follow him anywhere. A leader leads from the front, does not whip, does not abuse, does not neglect. Okay, now go into religion. At no time did Jesus neglect, abuse anybody. At no time did he basically tell everybody, do as I said. No, he led from the front. He did what he had to do, and guess what? And when he was put to death, he did it for everybody else. Now, that's a good example of a leader. But we're not here to talk about religion today. We're here to talk about the things you can do to be a better person, to lead, and be successful in your life. If you're out there telling everybody what to do, basically getting ticked off because people are not willing to do it, and you're out there getting mad at them because they're not willing to do it, and you're not willing to do it, then you can't get mad at them. Okay? You're just being a dictator. You're just basically being a manager. You're basically saying, I earned this position. I'm better than... No, you're not. You want to know something? It's like business owners, compared to their kids that inherit the business, are managers, not leaders. Yes, a business owner can be a manager, not a leader. Why? You see a lot of people in business today that their kids inherited it. What they grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth. They grew up as entitlement. And guess what? They don't know how to lead. They don't know how to do diddly squat for themselves. And so the companies fail. Why do they fail? Because they did not want to take on a leadership role. They wanted to be a manager. Their parents said, hey, you know what? Since you're such and such, you can go in there and, boss everybody around because it's my child. Well, guess what? Then you got the owners of businesses that basically said, you're not going to do diddly squat. You're going to go out there and you're going to learn from the mailroom on up because you need to learn this business and why we do good in here. Okay? That's the reason why college kids, I hate to say this, are managers, not leaders. It's because they never learn. They just learn from books. They learn how to follow somebody. They learn to take orders. They learn what to do. In the Marine Corps and the Army, we're taught to be leaders. We lead from the front with our ideas and our minds, because guess what? You got to get in and get out. And if somebody goes down, you got to think for yourself like that in order to save everybody on your team, in order to get the mission accomplished. Do you want to be a leader? You get in front of the pack, you get up there, and you live your life by example. You live your life by, taking on the discipline. You know how many people in life had discipline as a child, and now they're leaders? Problem is, the people that didn't have discipline, they were spoiled rotten brats and got everything they wanted. The reason why they're not successful today is because they got everything they want. They had no discipline. You need to have discipline today, but guess what? Who is disciplining you today? You have to discipline yourself to be a leader. You have to discipline yourself to go in first, do the things you don't want to do and everybody else doesn't want to do. You have to be able to do it. You want to run a business. You want to do a sale. You want to go to college. You want those positions in life. You want to be a volunteer. You need to start from the very bottom and work yourself up. And quit telling everybody else what to do when you yourself are not willing to do it. A leader leads from the front. That means you got to learn every position. If you want to preach the Bible, learn the Bible. You want to live the Bible, learn the Bible. You want to learn management skills, but you want to be a leader? Then learn what everybody else's job is first before you ever become that manager. Do better today than who you were yesterday. Be great. Be successful. Be a leader. And if you're a manager and people get mad at you and you're mad at people and he's not, well, are you willing to do it? That's what you got to ask yourself. Did you do it? Not willing to do it. Have you done it? And if they won't do it, will you do it in their place? That is a leader. And that's why you get your butt off the couch and be successful. My name is Jansen. I got to get inside to lunch. I'll talk to everybody later, and we'll be back on later. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye now.